A first date is certainly a moment not to be missed, especially for those of you who have been single for a long time. However, lack of preparation often leads to a failed date with your crush. To ensure a smooth and successful first date, without leaving you feeling overwhelmed, it's important to pay attention to several do's and don'ts during the date. How important is a first date? A first date is one of the most crucial moments in the beginning of a relationship. This is when you get to know each other and learn more about your crush, as well as gauge your compatibility. However, on the other hand, a first date can also be a nerve-wracking moment. The success of the first date is a benchmark for whether your relationship will continue. If you both find compatibility, your crush might ask you out on a second, third, and so on. Therefore, don't forget to prepare yourself before going out with your crush. Make a good impression as much as possible to make them feel comfortable. Don't let your first date end badly. So to avoid any mistakes, first take a look at the do's and don'ts of your first romantic date with your partner, which we will discuss in the following video. Things you shouldn't do when hanging out with your crush: don't be late. The first rule of any date is don't be late. It might sound trivial, but arriving late to a romantic date gives your crush a bad first impression. It also means you don't respect their time. It's better to arrive early than to keep them waiting. However, if the situation is urgent, don't forget to let them know. Don't focus too much on your phone. As mentioned earlier, a date is a time for you and your crush to spend together. Therefore, make sure your time together with your crush is truly quality. Try to focus on chatting with them, whether it's about their schedule, their work, or their hobbies. Avoid being too focused on your phone, especially if you're so engrossed in replying to friends' chats or scrolling through Instagram that you forget to chat with them. Appreciate them for taking the time to see you. Don't talk about your ex. When you're going out with your crush for the first time, it's natural to feel nervous. In fact, you might be so nervous that you often run out of things to talk about. If this happens, stay calm. Try to find another interesting topic. However, avoid bringing up your ex or past relationships as much as possible. These two things should be avoided, as questions about your ex can ruin your first date. Do this when you're going out with your crush for the first time. Do research them. Before going out with your crush, it's a good idea to check them out on social media. For example, by checking out their hobbies on Instagram. This way, you'll get a better idea of their personality and personality. Furthermore, information from social media can also be helpful for conversation on your first date. Look attractive. When you're asked out on a first date, you naturally want to make an impression. This attractive appearance can start by choosing the right outfit for the date's location. Besides looking good, make sure your outfit is comfortable, especially your shoes. Don't forget to spray some perfume on yourself too. So, those are 6 do's and don'ts for first dates. Good luck, and may your first date be a success!